The disparity in the development of the game has a lot to do with cricket being played mostly by the aristocracy in years gone by. Now, though, the sport is gradually spreading to the rest of the population, and interest has been boosted by the national team's success, especially in the past year. Is optimistic about the direction in which cricket is heading and the efforts towards promoting the sport at grassroots level being made by the Cricket Association of Nepal, or CAN for short.
We have recently started the National Cricket Academy, the NCA, which I think will be one of the background for Nepalese cricketers in future. So hopefully with CAN's investment in future and with better strategies, I think things can definitely improve from what it is right now.
Two areas that the National Cricket Academy are focusing on are the development of the sport in the under-12 and under-16 categories. And plans are underway to bring formulated programs into schools in Nepal to supplement the annual under-16 inter-school national cricket tournament for boys and girls.
Recently, our sports administration has introduced cricket as one of the games to be played in the school curriculum. So that is also quite encouraging for us. And this NCA is also coming up with this idea of school cricket. And CAN will be now identifying the different academies that work in different regions and districts, which will be adopting the programs that we have formulated here at the national level. And if they will be following that program, all regions, all districts, wherever we adopt that program, running the programs are designed for under 16.
Another key area that the Cricket Association of Nepal is looking at is building the right infrastructure in order to encourage more students to pick up the sport.
Having a big cricket ground in all school or all part is quite impracticable. So one of the ideas that CAN is now looking into is having a net setup, nets like these, maybe with just one pitch, a cement pitch with let's say a mat on it. And if we could provide the schools with such facilities, I think the small boys will automatically start playing cricket, hitting balls, and then that's how perhaps they will be encouraged to come into the cricket.
The response to the under-12 school cricket program at the NCA has been overwhelming, with between 300 and 500 children turning up for training in the initial stages.
The numbers that we get is like, we can't even handle that many young cricketers comes and they are interested to play the game. So we need a good network coaches in every area, good facilities in every area, and good tournaments in every area. So we will be looking to all these areas. We have identified what we need to do. Now it's all about implementing into the next coming years.
While CAN is looking to identify and develop talent in schools, a former Nepali national cricketer believed that he had found a surprising and untapped source of sporting potential. Amir Akhtar opened the doors of his Shangri-La Cricket Academy to underprivileged children about 6 years ago. The idea was sparked by his secretary, who brought his attention to the teenagers residing in the slums by the Bagmati River, some of whom were engaging in illegal activities.
One day I just saw them doing drugs next to my academy. I said that's my first group to work with. And then I invited them to come and play cricket, and I'll give you some sandwiches. And that they got attracted with that idea of having a sandwich along with the sport. And then I said to them, listen, if you play cricket, maybe every weekend I can give you this sandwich. So they started coming in double in numbers. I strongly feel that the talent, the sports talent, could actually be tapped from these very underprivileged areas. The only challenge that we face nowadays is that we don't have a platform for them to channelize themselves to come and break into the national sport. Either they have to be a part of the schooling system or they have to be part of the club system that we have here. But since they don't have that sort of platform, they do struggle. But I'm sure if given the opportunity to any clubs or to any schools, things can be, they could represent the national team one day.
The cricketers making the sporting headlines in Nepal these days are already regarded as idols in the country. The 20,000 fans of the recent ACC 2020 Cup final is testament to the national team's popularity. And with serious efforts being put into the development of grassroots cricket by the Cricket Association of Nepal and the various academies, there is hope that many more quality players will emerge from this mountainous nation with lofty ambitions. Time to find out now what some of the stars of the game think about their teammates. On the spot this week is West Indies all-rounder Kieron Pollard.
That will be, he's not playing at present, but